Brad, let's get into current events.
Let's do it.
And talk about Miguel Cabrera first.
Good place to start, I feel like.
Thank you. Yeah. It's the first on the lineup, so
that's why I put it there, because that was a good place to start.
Righteous. So Miguel Cabrera, he got his 3,000th hit. He is the 33rd player in the history of Major League Baseball to do that.
He's only like the 7th to have 3,000 hits and 500 home runs, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that to me is the part that's crazy of the whole thing, is the fact that he was able to hit for average and power to the ripe old age of 39.
It's insane. And to think, so I was talking to somebody about this. I'm on the road, so I'm talking to everybody. And there have been 23 perfect games. And you'd think that 3,000 hits would way overshoot perfect games. But there are only 10 more people who've had 3,000 hits than have had perfect games.
It is crazy to think about. Because, you think about how hard it is to throw a perfect game.
No, it's incredibly hard.
But then that's nuts. It's only 10 more guys. And then this is the other thing that's crazy about it. So we talked about this a while ago on our milestones episode about how many, who is going to be next to hit 3,000. The next guy in line is Robinson Cano.
Yeah.
He needs 600.
It's a huge gap.
There's no way.
No,
there's no way, because the dude can't stay on the field either for suspension or health.
Right.
There's no chance Cano gets it. But then the next guy in line, Mike Trout, for instance, has 1,400.
There's a billion. It's basically a billion.
Yeah, I don't know who's going to do it next.
No, I don't know either.
The only person I think who is on track right now is Seiya Suzuki or Stephen Kwan.
Stephen Kwan is on track.
He is on track.
He is definitely on track.
Those might be one of the next guys to get it.
That's a good point. I like that. I like that a lot. But I thought that would put it into really nice perspective to compare to perfect games. Yeah, that's how big a milestone this is. That's how heavy an accomplishment we're talking about. So during the Yankees series, though, we got to talk about Aaron Boone deciding to walk him intentionally.
Mm-hmm. So first, Brig, as a Yankee fan, wearing your Bronx Baseball Together shirt and everything today,
yes.
How did you feel about that? Your team's manager making that decision to forego history to put the dude on base, to load the bases nonetheless.
Right, yeah, to load the bases.
Context, 1-0 game, bottom of the 8th inning.
Correct, 1-0. It's unpopular opinion.
Okay.
Alert.
Okay.
I'm on a walk listening to John and Susan, as I do.
Your friends?
Yes.
Yeah.
And we're fighting, but I'm on a walk listening to John and Susan, and I'm getting a righteous suntan, which turned into a burn. It was great.
It was pretty wicked tan.
Thank you.
I saw it earlier.
That is not important. The important part is that I'm on my walk, and as soon as they walked him, my immediate response was, "Come on, are you freaking kidding me?" And then I went, yeah, but we want to win a ball game.
That's my thing. Yeah. Is that the Yankees made the playoffs by 1 game last year.
Exactly.
Right? They won the wild card by 1 game last year. They need to win every game possible. So they need to do whatever
especially in the AL East.
A 1-0 game against a team like the Tigers, you have a chance to win that game.
Totally.
And yes, they ended up scoring 2 of those runs. The bases were loaded. Ended up scoring 2 of those runs. The final was 3-0.
Yep.
But it was the right thing to do in the spot. You don't pitch to Miggy in that situation.
No.
I don't care if he has 4,999 hits.
Well, and let's be honest. The Yankees don't want to end up on that side of the history books anyway. If they don't.
Yeah.
We don't want to be on the one who gave up the 3,000th hit.
Well, nobody wants to be that guy.
I know, but
at the same time, though, if you're playing the game, it's going to happen.
Right. Sportsmanship aside, this was a game decision.
It was a strategic decision that I fully supported when it happened. And I understand the fans were upset because they wanted to watch history. I get that.
Totally.
But at the same time, I don't feel like you can be that upset and boo Boone for making the right choice.
No, you can't. It was the right choice. And 1 game in April might do it. It truly
could.
It
could. That's the thing that blows my mind is that it's so often people are like, oh, it's just April. It's just May.
Not in the AL East, bro.
Well, not in the AL West.
That's exactly right. Not in the NL West for sure.
Yeah. 1 game can be the deciding factor if you go into the playoffs and have a chance to play for the World Series. Yeah. You've got to try to win every single game.
Yep.
So
super duh.